Coach,
Hi.
can you kind of lay out what options you looked at safety with Nate not being in his first game?
Yeah, in our regular personnel, there's a combination of the two Williamses and Antonio Reed, and I haven't told them specifically as to who will step on the field right now because they're all quite close from a standpoint of the order, and we graded the two scrimmages, and also there was a red ball period. So we took it, plus or minus, type of thing on assignments, and then also production, or lack of production. Tackles made, tackles not made, pass breakups, interceptions, things of that nature, and that's why you do those things too, because like I told the players, I said I'm not too much into percentages because I don't like grading myself. When you give a grade, unlike maybe. If I'm a teacher in a classroom or something like that, I don't have a bell-shaped curve. It's either pass or fail. So the biggest thing is the production. And bottom line is all three of those guys will play extensively in the game.
How's their camp going?
Really well. We've made progress. I thought that out of our days in what would be considered camp, we only had we had one day that it was not good at all. Another day we were sloppy, kind of in slow motion. Our reaction. I mean, we were where we needed to be, but I thought that overall we made a lot of progress, and there were a lot of players in a lot of positions that really improved both their play as a person, and then also as their play as a team as well.
On the defensive line stand out as someone that's kind of had a lot of games this fall camp?
Somebody that's had a lot of games. Well, I always start the same way I did earlier on as far as getting Mick back. And, he didn't play a ton, obviously, last year. And then to see him out there every day, out there with the first group, I thought he improved not only in camp, but he improved himself in the offseason, rehabilitating his knee, as well as just his play on, on every individual play that he had. I thought both the Davises came a long way. I think Ross DeZuris and Freedom have really been consistent with what they do. And then again, Alex Davis is somebody, along with Cedric King, that have really stepped up their game. Alex, all the way from the understanding, I suppose, said too, of what's required of them, down in and down out. And they really showed up well when we've gone these 2-minute periods from a standpoint of just pure pass rush.
So are you more comfortable with the whole group than you were maybe?
I don't know. Comfortable. You're never comfortable, but confident, and I really like the direction that we are all headed in, and hopefully that the fruits of their labor, show up in the games.
You're Nate's coach, so is there a sense of personal frustration on your part that he's not going to be available for the first game? And you had a conversation with him about that process?
I don't think it's frustration. Well, I don't know, whatever you call it. Decision making. I don't know, but it's not frustration. Disappointment to an extent. I know he's disappointed as well, but this too shall pass, and we go forward. Again, you're now concerned about the guys that getting ready and things like that, and looking forward to get him back in the fold because number one, he's a good person. Number two, he's a good leader, and he plays his position well.
Did Kyron Williams make a kind of a significant jump since last season in spring camp and fall camp?
Yeah, Kyron's probably somebody that I probably left out from a standpoint of improvement. He'd get me frustrated, all last year, spring, fall, then the spring again, and things like that. But again, more consistency of play. He had to play today in a, kind of in an unusual situation, and then there was emotion, and he didn't get his eyes back where he belongs. But you know, trying to minimize those things. Just, you know, trying to make him right is the big thing, and himself trying to make himself right. And maybe it's not a right or wrong, but just being in a good position to be able to make plays. And his tackling has also improved, and we obviously there's still, you know, a ton of room for improvement, but Kyron's really, he's come along, and I know the one thing that ever since I've met the young man last year, you know, he's always somebody that asked questions, was always up in the office. I know we had a pretty frank discussion last year about the fact that, you know, he shows concern, he studies, he's asking questions and all those type of things, but then it didn't translate to the field. So one thing we talked about is, hey, you know what? Whatever goes on from here in the meeting rooms to the field, you know, there's something missing. And I thought, to me, it was because he understood, he could verbalize things back, and now it was just clearing his head, whatever junk was in there that didn't help him, and just focus on the task at hand. And it wasn't about right or wrong or excuse, I thought this, I thought that, and it's just, hey, this is what you have to do, see it, and then go perform it. And that's what he's been doing. Okay.